the segment on Fox News late-night talk show Gutfeld. Featuring host Greg Gutfeld and his panel began with their trademark blend of political satire and comedic observation, zeroing in on former President Donald Trump's latest remarks and online exchanges that had once again taken social media by storm. As expected, the panel treated the moment not just as political commentary but as a cultural phenomenon, what Gutfeld likes to call Trumpisms, those unfiltered and unpredictable statements that keep both supporters and critics perpetually engaged. The discussion opened with a clip of Trump speaking at a rally, where he combined self-deprecating humor, sharp one-liners, and unexpected philosophical musings about life after death. The audience, both in the studio and online, seemed captivated by how Trump could pivot from a political jab to a metaphysical reflection in the span of a few sentences. Gutfeld immediately pounced on this with his signature dry wit, joking that Trump's view of the afterlife probably included a very classy heaven with gold escalators and no fake news. The panel erupted in laughter, while Gutfeld used the moment to make a larger point about how Trump's personality and communication style had reshaped not only politics but also entertainment and media. What followed was a detailed dissection of Trump's latest social media sparring match with environmental activist Greta Thunberg. This wasn't the first time the two had traded words online, but Gutfeld noted that Trump's timing, right as Thunberg made another impassioned speech about global climate policy, was classic Trump, meaning provocative, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. The panel reviewed snippets of Trump's posts, where he mocked Greta's tone and intensity, while Thunberg, as always, responded with composed sarcasm. Kat Timpf, one of the show's regular panelists, commented that this back-and-forth exemplified how both figures had become brands of outrage, each thriving off the attention generated by the other. Tyrus, the former wrestler and co-host, added that the media often missed the humor behind Trump's jabs, explaining that whether people agreed with him or not, his ability to dominate attention with just a few words was unmatched. Greg Gutfeld then connected this social media feud to a broader observation about how Trump continues to live rent-free in the heads of his critics, even years after leaving office. "It's like he's got a permanent suite in the mind of every blue-check liberal," he quipped, drawing laughter from the live audience. He argued that Trump's Trumpisms aren't accidental, they're part of an instinctive media strategy that keeps him relevant without needing a traditional campaign apparatus. Gutfeld explained that Trump's understanding of attention dynamics, meme culture, and online outrage cycles was far ahead of most modern politicians, even if it appeared chaotic from the outside. To emphasize this point, he cited how The second section of the discussion on Gutfeld took a deeper dive into what Greg Gutfeld called the Trump effect, the strange, enduring, and often hilarious way Donald Trump continues to dominate political, media, and cultural conversations even when he's not physically present in the room. The tone of the show shifted slightly from comedic observation to more reflective social commentary, though the humor remained sharp as ever. Gutfeld began by observing that Trump's ability to remain at the center of attention years after leaving the White House was not an accident but rather a deliberate feature of his public persona. "He's not a politician," Gutfeld said, "he's a force of nature that the media still can't resist." The audience laughed, but there was a layer of truth beneath the punchline. He argued that every new Trump post, interview, or spontaneous comment becomes a media event because Trump has trained the public to expect the unexpected. Even when his statements are controversial or confusing, they carry an entertainment value that keeps audiences engaged. Kat Timpf added that the obsession with Trump, both by his fans and his critics, reveals something about modern culture's addiction to drama. She compared Trump's social media presence to a reality show that never ends. "People don't follow him because they want policy updates," she said. "They follow him because they want the show. And Trump knows exactly how to give them that." Tyrus agreed, pointing out that Trump has a performer's instinct for timing, audience reaction, and spectacle. Whether he's at a rally, giving a speech, or typing a post, he seems to understand intuitively how to trigger emotional reactions, laughter, anger, admiration, or disbelief, all of which translate into attention. Gutfeld nodded and added that in today's political environment, attention equals power. "In the past," he said, "you needed the media to amplify your message. Now, if you can hold attention, the media has no choice but to amplify you. The conversation then turned to how Trump's style has influenced other politicians, even his critics. Gutfeld highlighted how many political figures now try to imitate Trump's directness and humor, but few can pull it off without seeming forced. He joked that watching some politicians attempt Trump-style charisma is like watching someone try karaoke after too many drinks, funny but painful. Kat chimed in, saying that Trump's authenticity, even when outrageous, is what sets him apart. "You can't fake being unfiltered," she said. "That's why it works for him and fails for everyone else." The panelists noted that Trump's communication style, full of improvisation, exaggeration, and humor, breaks every rule of political messaging, yet it works because it feels human. Gutfeld remarked that this is why his supporters often say, "He tells it like it is," even when his statements are controversial. "They're responding to tone, not text," he explained. From there, Th.